Why pre YouTube is Dotado back with another video. Black Ops 6 is finally here and I have the best settings for Black Ops 6. If you're new to the game and you're wondering what's the best settings for Black Ops 6 with omni movement and with so much going on in the game, then I've got you, bro. I've got you. I'm here with the best audio, controller, and graphic settings that you will need for Black Ops 6, and even a little, interface settings on the side for you guys who want to work on the new things for Black Ops 6. So let's jump straight into the video. We're almost at 1k subscribers. We just need 50 more subscribers to 1k. So just hit the subscribe button and let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so let's jump straight into the controller settings, right? So as you know, I use controller. I usually play on 6.6, but I've seen some other streamers, some pro players like Face Simp and some other players bumping this up to 7.7, bro. Like, because of the diving and stuff like that, it has to go up a bit, the side to side movement and the backward sprinting. You have to have a good balance for the sensitivity, so I bumped it up to 7.7. You can test it out, but 7.7 is good. Just copy these settings right here. Make sure you have controller vibration off, the trigger effect. Ensure that you have this off. I have it off because I use this, especially if you use these back buttons here. Ensure that you have this off. Now for the important part, the dead zone inputs. This is very important, right? So for the left stick minimums, it is like the rule of thumb for you to have these below 5. So I have my left stick minimum to 1, and then I have my right stick minimum to 6. The rule of thumb is to have this below or at 5, bro. So 4 is good for most persons if you have a decent enough controller. But other thing is, if your controller stick has state drift, you should bump it up until it doesn't have any movement on the controller, right? So if I test my dead zone here, you'll see that there's no, it's basically at 0, right? But if I like move this down to like 0, or yeah, like move this down to that, then you see that there's a bit of movement there, right? So just turn this off, put this up to 1, I'll put this to, let's say 4. Yeah, and then I'll test it. Voila. So yeah, and then the left stick max, the sweet spot for this is between 65 and 75, bro, but most persons use 70. So 70 is the way to go right now. Then the right stick max, ensure that this is at 99, and then for the left trigger and the right trigger, ensure this is at 0. So this is gonna be very important when you want your controller or your movement to be really responsive. So ensure that you copy these settings, bro. So for the aiming, the sensitivity multiplier, so the sensitivity multiplier, it doesn't really matter really much, but many persons like to change the ADS multiplier to like 9.5 or 8.5. In Warzone I used to have it at 9.5. In this game it doesn't really matter that much, but persons can change it to 9.5. I changed mine to 9.5, so because I turned up my sensitivity to 7.7. Yeah, copy these standard right here. Aim in advanced settings, you don't have to touch any of these here, but oh, this is very important too. Gradual, this should be on instant, right? And then aim response curve, ensure that this is dynamic. So ensure that you copy these settings right here. This is very important, right? And ensure that you have this on, target aim assist, and this off. Then over to movement. So if you use tactical sprint assist, it should be this, right? If you don't, then I don't know what you're doing, bro. Mantle assist off, crouch assist off, corner slice, this is preference. I'd advise you to turn this off because most pro players say that it messes with their aim. So turn this off if you think it's annoying. Hybrid should be definitely on, and then for the most part, auto board mantle, turn this off. Sprint restore on, slide maintenance on, all these on. Yeah, so just copy those settings, and then over here, um, you don't have to like change any of this. All right, just ensure that you have these as is right here. Don't change any of these, right? So that's basically it for controller settings, right? And then for the graphic settings, right? Now this is very important. So for me, I have a 4070 RTX 4070, but I don't have that much. I don't have a great CPU, so like it's good to follow these settings. So ensure that you have this on 1920 by 80. Um, so many persons can go above this, but keep this at 928 1080p, just to ensure that you have a good balance between quality and performance. Aspect ratio, leave that to automatic, to, and then just copy these. NVIDIA, this should be on plus boost. So ensure that you have the NVIDIA Reflex low latency. Ensure that this is on plus boost, right? The eco mode, efficiency, and then copy these custom frame rates. This should be unlimited. Optimal, just copy these settings for the rest and apply those quality presets. All right, so basically these custom presets, this should be at 100, right? On demand result, keep that off. Now fidelity cast, right? Many persons use fidelity cast, especially many pro streamers. The strength of this is dependent on your CPU and what your CPU can manage, but this is a good balance. So 60 is good, VRAM scale target 80, that's good. And many persons bump this up to like 70% or 70, that's fine. And then for the texture qualities, then this should be low, this should be high. Depth of field, detail quality, put this at mine's at normal, and the rest of these you can put these at low or medium. All right, minimal, this should be at local to low, normal, and then you can copy all of these. You can put this off to apply, confirm, and then your view. This is very important, guys. So like in this game, it's fairly easy to see everyone in the game. It's not advisable to play multiplayer on 120 FPS. Some persons will, but the pro players play between 100 and 105. Now the sweet spot for me, I'm gonna say keep this at 105. That, I think that's a good balance between like how far you can see and the width of your PC, your monitor, right? So leave this on wide and just copy all of these settings, right? It's very straightforward for here. All right, very straightforward here. Yep, that's basically it for that. And then we'll go over to audio. Now, depending on the headphones you have, I see most persons putting this at 50, and what you need is, you can turn all of these off, the effects volume to be at 100%. Select no, this audio mix, right? I've seen the pro players using 3R mix, and they're also using headphone bass boost or headphones. Now for preference for me and my headphones, I have a Speaker Pro X. It's a nice headphone, right? So I use bass boost. I think bass boost is good, and then just copy all of these settings right here and you should be good, right? And then these over here are preference, and then for interface, right? So there's a few new things in interface, not much. You can turn off gameplay tips, tutorials off, if you want, tooltips off if you want, the telemetry. You can add things on the top left of the screen, and then you can copy these settings here if you want. And then readability, here color customization, you can play around with the color palettes in game. I just have the default stuff. And then gameplay hub. Now ensure that you have all of this from left to right maxed out on your screen, right? So that you have the full range of view on your monitor, right? Your minimap, ensure that that's square. And then you can copy these settings. Most of these are preference. And then for the crosshairs, right? For the crosshairs, ensure that you have the crosshairs on. You should either have this at static or center dot, right? I would advise leave this at center dot. Leave center dot on, and depending on what you're seeing, you can leave this at default or large or largest. I have mine at larger because I can see stuff real simple with larger. But ensure that you turn on crosshairs and leave center dot on. It will help your centering, right? So that's it for interface. And yeah, that's basically it for the settings, guys. If you like this video, if I helped with the settings, just leave a like, a thumbs up, and turn on post notifications to know when I upload more videos. And yeah, until the next one.